Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Three Amigos, and in this video I'm just sharing a little behind the scenes sort of packing video of some of the equipment that I've brought with me to this 2-week adventure in Patagonia. So just to give a little bit of a background, I'm currently spending 2 weeks here in Chile and Argentina in Patagonia, and I'm mainly doing some traveling and a mix of hybrid videography and photography. And so in this video I wanted to share with you some of the equipment that I've brought with me. Now, just to give a bit of a background, I'm not a professional, I'm just an amateur photographer, but obviously photography and videography is my passion, and so I wanted to share with you some of the things that I packed with me and some of the considerations that I've made when bringing this equipment with me. So coming to Patagonia, there are several things that I need to take into account. The first thing is that is portability, because a lot of times we're doing long day hikes, 8 hours, 10 hours. We're doing activities such as kayaking, biking, horse riding. So I wanted to make sure that I have equipment that can sort of tackle those harsh conditions, as well as be portable enough for me to take high quality photos and videos. So in terms of my primary camera, which is the one I'm filming on at the moment, it's the Fujifilm X-H2S. It's a camera that I acquired recently. It's an excellent camera for photography and videography. And attached on the Fujifilm at the moment is the 16mm 1.4mm lens. It's an excellent travel lens. Remember that the Fujifilm system is an APS-C, which means that the 16mm is equivalent to about 24mm. And what I love about that lens is that it has a very close focusing ability. So it almost seconds as almost sort of a macro lens when I'm shooting indoors. It's very great for low light situations, the excellent image and video quality, and needless to say, because of the close focusing distance, it works well as a sort of secondary macro sort of lens, and I use it to take food shots and everything, or close-ups. It's been a very good lens to have so far. Now, my main walk-around lens, which I carry around, is this 18-120 f4, which is equivalent to a 24-180. Now, the great thing about this lens is that the image quality is pretty good, and it has a standard aperture, so which is useful when taking videos and photos as well. Another cool function that this lens has, it has a electronic zoom focus control. So if you want to pan, or if you want to have slow zooming sort of functions, you can do this with this lens as well. I also have a third Fujifilm lens, which is the 33mm 1.4 lens, which is equivalent to a 50mm 1.4 lens on a full frame body. I use this mainly for some portrait work, or sometimes when I'm going around the city just to do some portrait work or city photography, then this is the lens that I bring around with me. Now, on all my lenses, I have variable ND filters attached to them, and the reason being so is because when I shoot on the Fujifilm, I usually shoot on f-log2, which is at a base ISO of 1250. So I usually need to use the variable ND filter to sort of adjust that as well. I also have with me a second camera body. This is the Nikon 14-30mm f4 on the Nikon Z7. The reason why I have this camera with me, A, it's sort of a backup camera, but B, I use this mainly for landscape photography work. The Z7 is not a very good video camera, but it excels as a landscape sort of photography camera because it has a very high megapixel count, so I can crop if necessary, and I can print bigger if necessary as well. So as part of a sort of fun project, as I'm traveling with my girlfriend, she shoots with the Nikon FE2, which is a very reliable, very rustic, very amazing film camera body, and she's shooting with the 50mm 1.8. She's brought with her a bunch of film stocks as well. So we have, for example, Ektachrome E100. This is a Kodak Color 200. We have Cinestill 400, and a bunch of other film stocks. So this is sort of her main film that she's been shooting over the past week or so. Now, as I mentioned, because a lot of times we're doing some extreme activities such as kayaking or horseback riding, so I actually can't carry the camera with me. So I've actually been using this DJI Osmo Pocket 2. It's a great gimbal system, and I've been using to shoot a lot of vlogs as well as time lapses. And in times when I can't access my camera very quickly, this has been a great system to use. And I've been getting almost a third of my footage from this little device, and it's been amazing so far. Now, obviously, when we travel, there's lots of accessories that we need to bring, all right? And so, because I'm shooting, a lot of times I'm camping here in Patagonia, or I'm walking around in the middle of the night, so it's important to have good lighting equipment. So a headlamp and a torch is essential. Camera cleaning equipment, camera cleaning equipment, so necessary cleaning cloths, pens, blowers, these Allen wrench sort of systems. These are all important for me when adjusting my camera equipment, tripods, etc. In terms of carrying my camera around, I have two main systems. One is this is the cotton carry-on system. I believe it's the S2 or the G2, so I can't remember the exact same model. But this is a great sort of camera harness system because it allows me to wear it across my shoulder like this. Then I can attach this strap here. And basically allows me to carry my camera around with very, very good maneuverability. I can essentially attach the camera, it goes inside of like this, and then it locks over here. But the system is currently attached to my Fuji, but that's how it sort of works. And the good thing is that when I'm hiking over long distances, it allows me to free my hands. Sometimes I'm climbing, or I'm riding a bike or riding a horse. So this is a really good system. It's the first time that I brought it on a trip, and I've been really impressed by this carry system so far. The second alternative that I have with me is the Peak Design Capture Clip. So this one goes over the backpack, and the great thing is that it's easy access. But sometimes I find that with the Peak Design, if I carry it for a very long time, then it gets a bit uncomfortable, a bit heavy on one side. So I only wear this around the city if I know I'm carrying it for like a shorter duration. In this sort of packing cube, I have all the accessories that I need. Extra batteries, extra cards. I have my chargers for my cameras, extra wires over here. Here I have the Aperture LED light, which is currently attached to the camera at the moment. I have my filter sets. So here I have variable ND filters, CPLs, and the usual sort of filters that you'll carry around. Extra camera straps. This is the Peak Design. And for audio, I'm currently shooting with the Wireless Go. This is the version 1, and I also have the Video Mic Go 2. When traveling, it's also important to have travel sort of charger adapters, and making sure that I have power banks as well as all the USB-C cables. All right, this is very important when you're traveling. In this other pouch, I have important equipment as well. For example, I have my external SSDs, which I use to back up my video footage, card readers, as well as portable power banks. Sometimes we're hiking overnight and we don't have electricity, so I can charge my cameras on my phone and things. I have one big one and one small one. And over here, I have two sort of tripod systems. One is the Gitzo. This is the Zero series. It's a great, as you know, Gitzo makes great tripods, and this is a very reliable, very robust tripod system that I use for landscape photography. And I have a smaller one. This is the Joby branded system. I use this mainly if I want to go a bit lighter. I can use this for vlogging if necessary, and I can use this in situations, for example, like in a restaurant or in more indoor situations where I want to be a bit less intrusive. This is a great system to carry around. And lastly, 13-inch MacBook Pro to do video editing, storing photos, and things like that. Anyway, so that's the things that I have so far. This is how I packed. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far, and I can't wait to share some of the videos and the photos that I have prepared for you guys in the coming few weeks. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below.